Title: He was my first hero, and I'm not ready to let him go. My dad was my first hero. He was that person who always had an answer for everything, the steady rock in our family. Growing up, he was at every game, every school play, cheering me on with that goofy grin of his. He loved to work with his hands, cars, carpentry, fixing anything that needed fixing. I loved watching him work, sitting beside him while he'd explain every tool, every little detail. I think that's where I learned patience, how to slow down and really understand things. He taught me so much without even trying. A year ago, he started feeling off. A few aches and pains, a cough that wouldn't go away. He kept saying it was nothing, but I could see he wasn't himself. After months of pushing him, he finally went to the doctor, and then we got the news. Stage 4 pancreatic cancer. Inoperable. They told us to prepare for the worst, and even though I heard the words, they didn't make sense. My dad? My dad couldn't have cancer. Over the months, he changed. He lost weight, his hair thinned, and his once strong body grew frail. But his spirit, that stubborn optimism, never wavered. He'd still crack jokes with me, asking if I wanted to help him fix up his busted old body like it was one of his cars. On his good days, we'd sit in the garage and he'd tell me stories about when he was young, all the things he'd done and the things he'd wanted to do. I treasured those talks, holding on to every word, knowing they were becoming memories faster than I wanted them to. The last few weeks were the hardest. He was in and out of consciousness, barely able to stay awake. I sat with him every night, holding his hand, brushing his hair back, and telling him it was okay. I told him it was all right to let go, that he didn't have to keep fighting for us. But the truth is, I didn't want him to go. I still needed him. 2 nights ago, he passed away with me and my mom by his side. I felt it the moment he was gone, a kind of hollow that I can't explain. It's like a piece of me went with him, leaving an emptiness that I don't know how to fill. Today, I went into the garage and just sat there, surrounded by his tools, his unfinished projects, his smell still lingering. I half expected him to walk in, wipe his hands on his old work shirt and ask if I wanted to help him fix something, but he didn't. I don't know how to move forward without him. He was my dad, my hero, the one who always made things better. And now I'm left with memories and a hole in my heart where he used to be. I hope he knew in those last moments how much he meant to me, how grateful I am for every moment we had. Goodbye, Dad. Thank you for everything.